Doctor, I feel healthy overall, but lately my legs feel weaker. I shake when I stand too long, and climbing stairs is getting harder. Is this just something I have to accept with age? That's a question I hear almost every day in my clinic, and chances are you've wondered the same thing. I'm Dr. Mark. With over 20 years of experience working with people over 50, I've listened, observed, and walked alongside thousands of older patients. And if there's one thing I want you to remember at the start of this video, it's this: your legs are the foundation of your independence. Let me ask you, did you know that over 3 million older Americans are hospitalized every year due to falls? And many of them lose their ability to live independently after just one bad fall. Source: CDC 2023. But what's even more alarming is that this decline happens silently. There's no alarm bell, no sharp pain. Just one day you struggle to rise from a chair. A few months later, climbing a few stairs leaves you breathless. And before you realize it, your legs, not your age, have made you dependent. So here's what I want you to take away. Weak legs are not your destiny. They are the result of your lifestyle, your nutrition, and the small daily choices you make or ignore. In this video, I'll show you why your legs are often the first part of your body to weaken after 50. And more importantly, 6 simple, accessible foods that can help rebuild your leg strength, prevent falls, and keep your precious independence. Stay until the end, because I'll also share how to combine nutrition with gentle exercises and real-life advice from helping hundreds of patients regain their strength, physically and mentally. Are you ready? Let's begin your journey to stronger legs, right from your own kitchen. I still remember one of my patients, Margaret, 74 years old, living on her own in Oregon. She came to see me after a fall in the kitchen, but what bothered her the most wasn't the bruised leg. It was the fact that she couldn't stand up on her own anymore. There was no major illness, no stroke, no broken bone, just legs that had slowly weakened without anyone noticing. You might be thinking, but I can still walk just fine, maybe just a little slower or more tired. That's exactly how sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, creeps in. It's slow, it's silent, but it affects nearly everyone after 50. According to the National Institute on Aging, after age 50, your body loses 1% to 2% of muscle mass per year, and that rate can jump to 3 to 5% after 70 if nothing is done to prevent it. Source: NIH 2022. But why are the legs the first to weaken? Because your legs, especially the thighs and calves, contain the largest muscle groups in your body. They're responsible for supporting your entire weight, helping you move, climb stairs, balance, stand up, even turn around. But when your physical activity decreases, even subtly, these muscles are the first to shrink. And once your leg muscles begin to deteriorate, you don't just lose strength, you lose freedom. I've seen far too many patients ignore their leg weakness until they need a cane, or worse, a wheelchair. But here's the good news. Whether you're 55, 65, or 75, you can rebuild strength in your legs if you start giving your body the right tools, especially through nutrition. That's exactly why I created this video. Next, I'll walk you through 6 simple, affordable, everyday foods that play a powerful role in rebuilding your muscles, improving your balance, and helping you stay independent. Let's start with one that might already be in your kitchen, but chances are you're not using it the right way just yet. Coming up next, sweet potatoes, the silent fuel for steady legs. I often say this to my patients: if you're looking for a food that's easy to eat, easy to cook, and helps your legs stay strong every single day, then sweet potatoes are the perfect companion. They're not flashy, like expensive supplements. They're not as fancy as elaborate health dishes. Sweet potatoes, simple but powerful. Why are sweet potatoes so important? First, they provide long-lasting energy. They contain complex carbohydrates, unlike white bread or white rice, which cause your blood sugar to spike quickly and then crash, leaving you tired not long after eating. Unlike refined starches that shoot your blood sugar up and then drop it suddenly, making you feel tired and out of battery halfway through the day, sweet potatoes provide steady, sustained energy. The carbohydrates in sweet potatoes are complex, slow to digest, and gradually release energy. That means you stay alert, steady, and have the stamina to go through your day without crashing like you might after a refined carb meal. Once you reach your 50s, your muscles' ability to store and use energy efficiently begins to decline. Your legs get tired more easily, climbing stairs becomes harder, and you often feel heavy even if you haven't done anything strenuous. That's when sweet potatoes can step in, gently but effectively. But sweet potatoes don't just provide energy. They're rich in vitamin a powerful antioxidant that helps repair the tiny muscle microtears that happen every day as you move. Your muscles don't just need to be used, they need to be recovered, and vitamin A ensures that your muscles heal well, stay less sore, and remain more flexible. In addition, orange and purple sweet potatoes are especially high in beta-carotene and anthocyanins, natural anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce hidden inflammation inside the muscles, the kind we call inflammaging in medicine, chronic inflammation that comes with aging. Have you ever had leg cramps at night? That could be due to a potassium deficiency. And guess what? Sweet potatoes are packed with potassium, which helps regulate muscle contractions and nerve function, reducing the chances of spasms, falls, or shaky legs. Finally, sweet potatoes are great for gut health. And a healthy gut means better nutrient absorption, so your muscles get fed more effectively every single day. So how should you eat sweet potatoes the right way? For seniors, I usually recommend 3 to 4 times per week, with each serving about 1/2 to 1 medium-sized potato. You can roast them with the skin on to retain full nutrition, boil, or mash them with a bit of olive oil, or slice them into fries, and air fry them. How do you usually prepare your sweet potatoes? Boiled, roasted, or air fried? Comment below to share your ideas with others. A 70-year-old woman named Ruth once shared with me, "Doctor, ever since I started eating half a roasted sweet potato every morning instead of bread, my legs feel much less tired." Amazing, isn't it? But we're only just getting started. Stick with me. The next one is a grain most people overlook, but it quietly fuels your muscles better than any energy bar. Let's move on to explore. Oats. I once cared for a patient named Richard, 67 years old, living in Kansas. He was a retired construction engineer, strong and tall, the kind of man who used to climb up onto rooftops without needing a ladder. But just a few years into retirement, he said something to me that I'll never forget. "Doctor, I can't even climb 2 steps without stopping to catch my breath." When I asked him about his breakfast habits, he laughed. "Same as everyone else. White bread, sausage, black coffee." And that, right there, was where the problems began. Oats. They may sound like a plain and boring food, but in reality, they're a silent hero for muscle strength in the legs, especially after age 50. Why are oats so important? As you age, your body's ability to produce and use energy steadily begins to decline. Many of my patients tell me the same things. I feel exhausted by the afternoon. My legs get shaky just a couple of hours into the day. I can't even cook standing up anymore without leaning on something. This isn't because you're doing too much. It's because your body is being underfueled, and often with the wrong types of food. Oats contain complex carbohydrates with a low glycemic index, GI, meaning they help stabilize blood sugar levels, providing slow, sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash like white carbs or sugary snacks. According to a study from Harvard School of Public Health, the beta-glucan in oats helps lower LDL cholesterol and support heart health, which in turn improves blood flow to your muscles, especially your legs. And there's something else not many people know. Oats are also a plant-based protein source, helping your body maintain and rebuild muscle, a key factor in fighting age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. Some people worry, but I have diabetes, or my cholesterol is high. Trust me, if you choose the right kind of oats, steel cut or rolled oats without added sugar, oats are perfectly safe, even beneficial for people managing blood sugar or cholesterol. Have you ever stood in the oat aisle at the store, unsure which kind to pick? Here's the quick guide I usually give my patients. Steel-cut oats, the most intact, nutrient-dense, slightly chewy, takes longer to cook, 20 to 25 minutes, but worth it. Rolled oats, softer, quicker, 5 to 10 minutes, still holds most nutrients, a great balance. Instant oats, very convenient but heavily processed, higher GI, lower fiber and vitamins. Okay for emergencies, but not every day. For older adults, I always recommend rolled or steel-cut oats. Soft enough to eat, strong enough to support your legs. How to make oats tasty and muscle-friendly. Here's a recipe I often suggest. Cooked oats with unsweetened almond milk. Add a handful of frozen berries like blueberries or raspberries. Sprinkle with some crushed walnuts. It's delicious, satisfying, and a muscle-fueling breakfast. No supplements needed. One of my other patients, Ms. Marlene, 63, used to have so much leg pain that she couldn't stand long enough to cook. But after switching from white bread to oats every morning, she told me, "I don't feel that heavy sensation in my legs anymore." What I love about oats is this. They don't make flashy promises, but they quietly nourish your body from within every single day. However, there's something else many people forget. Your muscles don't just need energy. They need to stay lubricated and flexible. And to do that, your body needs a special kind of fat. Coming up next, avocados. Are they really as good as people say? Let's find out. I still remember one particular consultation with Mr. Paul, 72 years old, living in Idaho. He told me, "Doctor, I eat fairly healthy, but I don't understand why every morning I wake up with legs that feel stiff like wooden sticks. It takes a few steps before I can get going." When I asked about the fats in his diet, he hesitated and said, "I've cut most of them out. I'm scared of high cholesterol." That's a common belief, and also an unfortunate misunderstanding. Not all fats are bad. In fact, there's one type of fat I often jokingly call engine oil for joints and muscles, and that's the fat found in avocados. Why are avocados helpful for your legs? Avocados contain monounsaturated fats, the kind that reduces inflammation rather than worsening it like animal fats do. As we age, chronic inflammation becomes one of the main culprits behind muscle weakening, stiff joints, and the heavy leg feeling with every step. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition 2020 found that older adults whose diets were rich in healthy fats, like those in avocados, tended to maintain mobility longer and experience less joint pain. Avocados are also very high in potassium, even more than bananas. Potassium helps regulate muscle contractions, prevents cramping, and keeps muscle activity steady, especially important for those who experience morning stiffness or nighttime leg spasms. They're also a natural source of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle fibers from damage and improves post-activity recovery. So how much avocado should you eat? Here's what I usually recommend to my patients. 1/4 to half an avocado per day is just right. Even those with high cholesterol can enjoy avocado as long as it's paired with a diet low in saturated fats. Avocados aren't the enemy, they just need to be used in the right amount and the right way. Here are some easy ideas. Add avocado slices to your whole grain toast in the morning. Mash into guacamole and eat with fresh veggies, or simply slice it up and enjoy it with boiled eggs. A gold standard breakfast for leg muscles. How do you usually enjoy your avocado? Mashed, spread on toast, or guacamole style? Share your favorite way in the comments below. Mr. Paul, the patient I mentioned earlier, came back after 2 weeks of eating avocado regularly and said, "I don't know if it's the avocado, but my legs feel smoother, less cracking, less stiffness, and I can walk for longer without feeling tired." And I believe what he felt. Because I've seen hundreds of similar stories, small, quiet changes that make a big difference in how people age. But avocado isn't the only miracle fruit out there. Stay with me, because the next superfood is tiny, colorful, and packs a punch for both your muscles and your brain. Berries. Can you believe it? Just a small handful of berries, like blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries, can help protect your legs from weakness and soreness every single day. I once heard from Ms. Sandy, a 70-year-old woman from Arizona, who told me, "Doctor, every morning I throw a few frozen blueberries into my oatmeal. I didn't think much of it. But lately my legs hurt less and my mind feels sharper." I smiled and nodded, because science has supported that for a long time. Why are berries so good for your leg muscles? As you age, your muscle cells are increasingly attacked by free radicals and oxidative stress. This gradually weakens your muscles, slows down recovery, and over time leads to muscle loss, especially in your legs, which carry your weight the most. Berries are rich in potent antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, the compounds that give berries their deep red and purple color. Vitamin C, which boosts collagen production, the key structural protein that keeps muscles, tendons, and joints connected and strong. A study from the Tufts University Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging found that older adults who ate berries daily showed better mobility and sharper memory than those who didn't, after just 12 weeks of observation. Berries are also powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They help reduce chronic, hidden inflammation in muscles and joints, leading to less morning stiffness, reduced dull aches from standing, greater flexibility when moving. You might be thinking, but aren't berries expensive? Here's the good news. You don't need fresh, pricey berries. Frozen berries sold at stores like Costco, Trader Joe's, or Walmart retain all their nutrients, but cost significantly less. Here are 3 affordable and easy to find frozen berries I often recommend. Frozen blueberries, mildly sweet, pair perfectly with oats. Mixed berries, blueberries plus strawberries plus raspberries. Great for smoothies or stirred into yogurt. Frozen raspberries, slightly tart, rich in antioxidants, excellent with granola. Just on half a cup a day is enough to get most of the health benefits. How can you enjoy berries? Add them to your morning oats. Mix with unsweetened Greek yogurt, or simply eat them fresh or frozen as a snack. Much better than pastries. And berries don't just benefit your muscles. They also improve blood circulation, sharpen memory and focus, help you feel brighter, more refreshed mentally. But while berries act as silent protectors, the next food is what I call the master builder of muscle. Stay with me. The 5th food is one that surprised even doctors. Salmon, The fatty fish that may seem luxurious but is truly a lifesaver for your leg strength and nerve function after 50. There was a time I asked one of my 60-year-old patients, "How's your diet been lately, sir?" He smiled and answered honestly, "It's okay. Just the usual things I've always eaten. Probably not helping much though, right, doctor?" I suggested he try salmon. He frowned and said, "That fancy stuff? Too expensive. Sounds more like a luxury than something that actually works." I smiled and gently explained, salmon isn't just fancy. It's actually one of the most powerful foods I've ever seen when it comes to rebuilding leg strength. Why is salmon so important? After age 50, your muscles break down faster than they rebuild, even if you're staying active. The body is like an old house, and without the right materials to maintain it, it slowly falls apart. Salmon is one of the highest quality protein sources in nature, rich in all the essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle fibers, slow down age-related muscle loss, recover faster after mild physical activity. Beyond protein, salmon is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, and DHA, the kind of healthy fat often called liquid gold for older adults. Omega-3s help reduce silent inflammation in muscles and joints, loosen tight muscles and ease morning stiffness, boost circulation, delivering more oxygen to your leg muscles throughout the day. Study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2015 found that older adults who regularly consumed omega-3s increased their muscle mass by up to 2% over 6 months without changing their exercise routine. There's also a benefit that rarely gets mentioned. Omega-3s help improve nerve signal transmission, making your reflexes faster, something that's crucial for preventing falls and missteps. But what about mercury? If you're concerned about mercury in fish, here's what you need to know. Nutrition experts recommend that salmon, especially farm-raised or cold water wild salmon, generally has low mercury levels, making it safe for older adults when eaten in moderation. I often give my patients this simple guideline: no more than 2 to 3 servings of salmon per week, and choose wild caught if possible. Avoid large predatory fish like swordfish or big-eye tuna. Those tend to have much higher mercury levels. What if you can't get fresh salmon? Here's what I usually recommend. If possible, eat fresh salmon twice a week. If not, try these alternatives. O sardines, affordable, high in calcium and omega-3s. O mackerel or herring, easy to find, cook, and low in mercury. O canned salmon, still nutritious. Just make sure to choose the no salt added option. That same gentleman who had doubts about salmon. After 3 weeks of alternating between grilled mackerel and canned salmon, he came back and told me, "My legs don't feel as heavy as before. Climbing stairs is easier now. I guess I owe that fish a thank you." I smiled and replied, "You gave your body a chance to recover, simply by making smarter choices each day." We've saved one of the most underrated powerhouses for last. In the next part, I'll share with you a food that every athlete swears by and that older adults should eat even more of: eggs. One time, I asked my patient Martha, a 66-year-old woman living in Ohio, "Do you eat eggs every day?" She shook her head. "I've been avoiding eggs because I'm afraid of high cholesterol. At my age, I try to keep things simple, doctor." I nodded, understanding, and then gently said, "You know, just one egg a day can give your body strength in 3 key areas: muscles, bones, and your nervous system." So why are eggs so valuable? Let's start with the most important part: protein. Each egg contains around 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein, with all 9 essential amino acids, the exact building blocks your body needs to rebuild weakened muscles, especially after age 50. But that's not all. Eggs are also one of the very few natural sources of vitamin D found in food. And as you probably know, a lack of vitamin D doesn't just affect your bones. It's directly linked to muscle weakness and a higher risk of falling. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology 2018 found older adults who had enough protein and vitamin D in their diets had a 30% lower risk of falling compared to those who were deficient in either nutrient. But there is one hidden star in eggs that most people don't know about, and that's choline. Choline is a nutrient that supports nerve-to-muscle communication, helping your body react faster and stay more balanced, especially when climbing stairs or walking on uneven ground. Even a small delay in signal transmission can be enough to make you trip. Choline helps you stay steady, both literally and figuratively. So how many eggs do you usually eat in a week? And what's your favorite way to enjoy them? Boiled, scrambled, or fried? Leave a comment to share with others. So what's a healthy amount to eat? Here's what I typically recommend. 1 to 2 eggs per day is perfectly safe for most healthy adults. For people with high cholesterol, limit it to around 3 to 4 eggs per week and prefer boiling or steaming instead of frying. Industrial eggs are free-range, soft-boiled, or hard-boiled. I know what you're thinking. Free-range or organic eggs may contain more omega-3s, but the core value lies in consistency. No matter which eggs you choose, what matters most is that you're nourishing your muscles every single day in a gentle yet effective way. And what about you? What's your favorite way to eat eggs? After hearing my explanation, Ms. Martha started eating 1 boiled egg every morning, along with some avocado slices and fresh greens. 3 weeks later, she told me, "I feel more stable when I walk, and to be honest, my mind feels just a little clearer too." I smiled warmly. "You're only just beginning. The body can recover when we give it the chance to do so." After I talked about eggs, many patients, especially the busy ones, ask me this: "Doctor, if I don't have time to cook and eat properly every day, can I just take whey protein or multivitamins instead?" It sounds like a simple question, and if you've ever wondered whether pills can replace real food, you'll want to hear this next part. In reality, it's a common misunderstanding I want to clarify in the next short section. Before we wrap up today's journey together, I completely understand the mindset. You want something quick, convenient, and something that makes you feel like you're not missing any nutrients. But please remember this: no pill can ever replace a real whole meal. Picture it like this: when you eat an egg, you're not just getting protein, you're also getting vitamin D, choline, selenium, antioxidants, and many other micronutrients, all naturally packaged together in a way your body has evolved to absorb efficiently. But when you take a multivitamin, you're only getting a small piece of the puzzle, usually just 1 or 2 isolated compounds. They lack the natural synergy of whole foods and often get flushed out of your system before they even take effect. A large review from Johns Hopkins University, 2013, analyzed dozens of major studies and concluded multivitamins do not lower the risk of heart disease or extend lifespan, and in some cases, they may even cause harm if misused. I often explain it to patients this way: a whole meal is like a full symphony orchestra, every instrument playing in harmony. A supplement pill, it's like a single instrument playing alone. It might hit the right note, but it can't make the whole music. Now, I'm not saying supplements have no role. They absolutely have value in certain special cases, like anemia, severe osteoporosis, or malabsorption issues in older adults. I once had a 75-year-old patient who couldn't eat well due to weak teeth and digestive issues. Despite her efforts, she was chronically low in vitamin B12 and iron. In her case, we combined targeted supplements with her diet, but only after testing and medical consultation. Another case, a 68-year-old man recovering from a hip fracture. He needed faster healing, so his doctor prescribed calcium plus vitamin D supplements during the first few months. After that, we gradually switched to a nutrient-rich, whole food diet. So yes, if you truly need them, use them, but never as a replacement for real food. Use them as a supplement alongside a proper meal. But if you're an older adult who still eats relatively well, whole foods from nature are still your best doctor. So before spending your money on colorful pills and fancy labels, try asking yourself this simple question: can I replace this with a simple, wholesome meal? Because very often, the answer is already waiting right there in your kitchen. And now, after going through 6 essential foods and 1 important truth about how to nourish your body right, it's time to reflect and pull everything together. In the final part, I'll help you recap the core takeaways and share a simple, actionable way to start making your legs stronger, starting tomorrow. If there's only one thing you remember from everything I've shared today, I hope it's this: your body can become strong again, starting from your legs. Those legs have carried you through life, and they can still take you even further if you care for them the right way at the right time. You don't need to do anything complicated. Just start with one simple breakfast change tomorrow: a bowl of oatmeal with berries, or 1 boiled egg with a few slices of roasted sweet potato. Here's a quick list of 6 foods you should always have in your 50-plus kitchen. Answer 1. Sweet potatoes. 2. Oats. 3. Avocado. 4. Berries. 5. Salmon or other fatty fish alternatives. 6. Eggs. You don't need all of them every day, but if you consistently introduce even just 1 at a time, you'll start to notice the difference. Step by step, week by week, and each time you rise from your chair with ease. Have you tried making any changes to your eating habits recently? Share them in the comments, and I'll help you build a plan that works even better for you. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone you care about, your parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, because they might be quietly losing strength in their legs every day without even realizing it. A small change today could prevent a big fall tomorrow. And if you'd like more videos that help you live stronger, healthier, and more confidently after 50, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our weekly health tips for both you and your loved ones. I'm Dr. Mark. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Wishing you good health, steady strength, and confidence with every step you take.